Greetings, Earthlings, Terrans, whatever you want to call yourselves, humans. What a strange times we live in. How is everyone feeling? Have you figured out what's going on yet? Question mark. It's kind of funny when you can see so much, when things are so clear. A wise man can see more from the bottom of a well than a fool can from atop a mountain. Of course, when you become it all, there's nothing else like it. To see it all, perceive it all. To go on a trip, a dance. That's what Ram Dass said. It's the only dance there is. When I was a child, there was a TV show, 1987, called Square One. That is where we began. That's where consciousness was first starting to emerge in this world. Square one. It's like humanity had a clean slate. Everything was open. But something went wrong. In one cycle of the sun's polar switch, or whatever they call it, it's an 11-year cycle. We went from 1987 to 1998, and that's when the movie Armageddon came out. Humanity doesn't understand consciousness, doesn't know how to handle it. It came in like a flood. And the powers that be ignored the truth. They went past this point. And the bomb went off. Year 2000. The Fast and the Furious. Slow and steady wins the race, though. It was all there, in every direction. The absolute infinity coming out at that one moment, like a portal. And it came in like a bomb, an atom bomb almost, but double-sided, positive and negative. Electrical. It looked like a tree. It went off and branched in a multitude of different directions. Both in a negative and a positive. And it permeates space-time. How many people have experienced this reality? Tell me. Do you understand the true nature of what is known as the Matrix? It's just a pocket universe full of tricks. That's why it's called the Matrix. It's a reality where everything is inverted. It's a prison. A prison of the mind. And only ones who understand that mind is frequency can find the way out. This is the truth. This is what the movies are trying to tell you as well. Morpheus and the Matrix. You're asleep, Neo. Wake up. But here's the funny part about the Matrix. They're not going to tell you this. This may or may not be part of their story. We'll see. It's a contemplation of mine. Because of my own experiences and how it ties in with everything. This is where this knowledge comes from. This is not something I'm inventing. Or just venting. I have literally been in all. The funny part is, it was a huge surprise to me to discover that not only was I God, but the absolute culmination of all the beliefs of what God could possibly be, wrapped up in a singular world full of confusion and illusion. And apparently, I'm viewed as a monster. Godzilla. Well, it looks like there's another surprise to this story. I'm not just God, I'm also the devil. And I gave everything to this world. I gave it my all. I destroyed myself in search of truth because I cared. When I was 5, I had a dream of heaven on earth. When I was 6, I got interested in philosophy and cosmology. I decided I wanted to devote my entire life to discovering truths about existence so I can bring that dream to this world. But then I called myself a master when I was 7. And this entire world was already on the dark side. You see, the 60s was like a blip of the light saying the light's coming. This world was already on a dark path. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, for example, Black Sabbath. This is God's dark day of rest. It's a dark spot within the light spot, you see. It's like the yin and the yang. That's why that exists in this reality, the Tao. This is not something that was invented. It was something that was channeled or perceived by consciousness, exploring the many crevices of reality that it can explore in. Consciousness has many different levels. They call them dimensions in this reality. A two-dimensional thought process is basically something that comes from what some would like you to believe to be the reptilians in this reality. They're not real, per se, no. The true reptilian is within you, actually. Human beings have what they call the basal ganglia. It's a part of the brain in the back. It's the most primitive brain. It's the reptilian brain. It's the primal brain, the very beginnings of intelligence. And unfortunately, there are some people in this world who still pay attention to that inner chatterbox. You see, that's what this system that you're in is based off of. The government. The reptilian thinking is that we need some sort of order. And what we need is what we need to survive. Let's go and get it by whatever means necessary. But they don't operate as a true functioning entity completely. They don't utilize all parts properly. They never do. Their system is flawed. It always has been. It doesn't create life, it breeds death. That's what the system is designed to do. Cause death, eternal death. And so it continues to destroy the very planet we exist on. Fortunately, the mammalian brain is much higher frequency capacity and has the power to manifest its own reality because it has cognitive functions that go beyond what the reptilians are capable of. The frequency doesn't exist within the reptilian mindset, you see. And so that is where the mammalian cooperation comes into play. This is the truth and the ultimate truth that humanity needs to learn how to follow by if you are to succeed as a species. The truth is, cooperation is the key. That is love. That is the ultimate cooperation. As long as humanity lives in opposition to this truth, you shall never see heaven on earth. I welcome any opposition to this truth. Any questions? Challenge me.